Up in the sky, far away, there's a magic world where we play. So come along with me, and you'll be happy. Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and in a recent poll for channel members, I You couldn't have asked for better timed thunderstorm! Right out the gate, just immediate thunderstorm! Just immediately, the skies crushing around us and starts raining thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Sky Bees 2. It's a nightmare. This one's different. Welcome to Season 2 of Sky Bees 2. Filmed now before a live channel member audience. I was going to say studio. We're not in it. Well, I guess I'm kind of in a studio, but there's not enough room to have a live audience. That would be cool someday, though. That would be very neat. But I asked in a recent poll to the channel members what they wanted to see as a replacement series for Final Fantasy 15. Now that series is wrapping up. And I gave them a ton of great options of games that I was wanting to play, and I had a few different things that I'd hoped. Here's the thing, I have 31 channel members, and all 31 of them voted in this poll, which is shocking to me. This is a 100% vote rate here, okay? I said, what do you folks want to watch? And I gave them 4 options, alright? So, I'm going to go through them in the order in which they received votes, so the lowest to highest. So at number 4 was Final Fantasy 15, receiving 10% of the vote. Not too great. I'd hoped it would have scored higher. I really want to play through that game at some point. I think it's a weird, quirky title. Oh! No. We've avoided death so far in this series. That's not about to stop now. Plus, this should also get rid of the rain, hopefully, and then we'll just hide under the tree until they, hopefully, like, burn or whatever happens to them. Come here, you. Burn! Right. Okay. And then there was peace. So back over here to where the sunrise was. As I was saying, so Final Fantasy 15 scored a whopping 10%. In second place, well, the third place, second loser. However that works, we had Jedi Survivor with 13% of the votes. I need to pick that up. I saw that it was on sale. We're probably going to do that soon, because I quite enjoyed the last Jedi game in that series. In second place, third loser, or least loser of the losers, we had Spider-Man, the first one for the PS4, with 16% of the vote. We're not playing any of those, though, because on a whim, I threw in Sky Bees 2, which got 61% of the vote. More than half of the people on the channel said, this is it. This is the one for me. I liked the old series. We had 11 episodes in Season 1, all of which were launched in June, which is weird, because I didn't know the series was that long ago. And I said we'd come back to it, and I meant it. I just expected it to be like a month. And if you'd asked me before I sat down today when the last time I recorded Sky Bees 2 was, I would have told you, I don't know, probably sometime towards the end of August. No. But I've got the comments open for the last couple of videos, and hopefully we'll be able to use those in some way to do something. Season 2, everyone. We're back. The way that these work, even though none of them have been released to the broader public, we're just going to go ahead and throw out there the way that they're supposed to work, is that I record for 30 minutes straight, there's very minimal editing, and whatever happens, happens, and that's it. That's the series. And I think what the heck? Oh, you son of a gun! You absolute son of a gun. Come here. The sun is on my side today. I'm stuck now. I can't move. I'm holding down the move button. Get out of the corner. You got very fortunate there. I got very unfortunate. What did we do last time? Didn't we try to do a bee? Isn't that something we tried to do? I can't remember. I was sort of hoping Lucas Kitts would tune in early, because he actually understands the way that the mod pack works, and I thought maybe he'd be able to, like, fill me in on the details of what I'd been... What on earth is this thing? A DNA sampler? See, this is going to be frustrating to the broader public, Because what they're going to see is, starting at some point in January, Season 1's going to drop, episode by episode, and they're going to see me learn and grow. And then February, Season 2's going to drop to the general public, and they're just going to have to be very confused and concerned about the fact that I have no clue what's happening, and I don't remember anything that I'd done up until this point. And there's a lot of wheat, and it's all over the place, but none of it is where it should be. And then also, all of my controls are messed up. We're going to have to take a pause real quick. We're going to have to take a moment, because I have a whole different controller layout since the last time I played this game. I feel like we just built this, right? Was this an episode 10 or 11 thing that we'd done? I think that might have been a 10 or 11. And then this was definitely episode 11. This large humanoid-looking monstrosity that is currently hopping things into the crusher. Is that working? I guess it's making sand, so I suppose it is working. What am I doing with sand? What function does that serve? I don't remember. We've got a crusher, it makes sand. We've got a crusher up here that makes gravel. It's all coming back to me. We've got a whole bunch of animals packed into this very tight space here, which is kind of funny. But also maybe mean and awful? Maybe we're the baddies? Possibly? I'm just trying to breed some more chickens, because that's never turned out poorly for me in the past, having a lot of chickens, you know, heavens. That's never been a negative thing for me. Where do I keep seeds at? Inside of here? Bees, though! I think I was trying to make a bee? Oh, there's like a whole lot of stuff over here I must have been working on. Maybe I should just... Episode 1 of Season 2, we're just gonna rewatch Episode 11 live and see where I left it off. There was a comment about how to do something with bees, and I remember, I guess back in June, reading it and going, oh, that makes sense. Hold on, we have these beehives and there's no bees in them, right? I think what we're supposed to do... First off, can I pick this up with just anything? I don't want to break it is the issue. It doesn't really look like it matters. Yeah, there we go. I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to put a block of the bee type in the room with the bee, is my vague recollection, right? So if I plop this down inside of this room, let's say we just put it right there, I don't know why we wouldn't. Now we need to get a bee, and I think we have a chest full of bees or something along those lines. What are you? You're a bee, aren't you? You're a sand bee. Okay, that sounds like a good time. So we want to get that, and then I think we also want to get sand. It's all coming back to me now in the deep recesses of my mind. I think this is a real memory, but I could also be wrong. I could be completely imagining this. Now this bee has red eyes, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Yeah, he doesn't seem super angry. So if I plop this sand down here, and actually maybe I should have like injected him into the beehive. He doesn't seem to care one way or the other. Oh, he's doing like a rotation. He's going crazy. He absolutely loves the sand. I think he likes it. He blends into it. Is this what pollination is? I don't think I've ever actually watched a bee pollinate a flower live. I don't even know if I could put this on YouTube. It looks like it's doing a little... Oh, and he's died. He's dead now. No, he's gone into the beehive. Okay, there's a bee in the beehive. He did some stuff with some sand. And now what we're looking for is we got to get shears, and at some point there will be honey on the outside of that hive. I think is what's happening. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Alright. Dear channel members, he's already started the series. Go back and change your vote to Final Fantasy XVII. That's not even an option. To mess with the future viewer. Stop it, Jake. Stop. This is good. This is good what we've done here. We've actually managed to get a bee. It seems to like the sand. Things are going well. Okay, what are you? What type of bee are you? You're just a jar filled with regular bee. That's not helpful. I don't know what you want. Do you want just like... Do you want flowers? That might be what a regular bee wants. Should we just go ahead and build another chamber? A beer? You know, because it's a bee. It's for a bee. How do you make DNA again? How do you make... A perfectly normal sentence. Hold on, DNA. Let's say I wanted to make a different type of bee. Let's say I wanted to make a cobblestone bee. So we would start with an empty DNA and a bit of cobblestone inside of a tempered jar. And then information, whatever that is. Alright, empty DNA is just clay balls. Okay, let's clay ball! You know what I'm saying? Get it? It's like the sports ball game? Alright, let's get as much clay as we have. We might even have, in front of me here, some DNA, and I just don't see it. That's always a possibility. Like how we already have some gravel and we've got some stone. I don't know if I necessarily want to make, now that I think about it, a cobblestone bee, because that sort of sounds like a waste of time, but I do have the empty DNA strand. If we have a look at uses, that can be used with any number of objects to create different types of bees. So, we got your regular bee. That's pretty bland. That's pretty right-click on... So that's bee DNA. Shulker bee DNA. It's got to be something that we actually have easy access to, right? Which is why I initially went for cobblestone. RGB dye, though. That's a good time. That's kind of fun. A fish bee. Fishy bee. Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. We just have to actually have a fish, which I strongly doubt that we have any fish. In fact, we do have one string, but that's not really enough to make what would, like, a fishing pole, is it? Don't we have buried underneath here, if we dug this up, don't we have something like collecting trash? I don't think we have anything collecting what we need, though. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Recipe for string. How would we go about making that? Oh, easy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So what we need to do is we need to get some leaves, and we can do that using the comma? Yeah. So we'll do that. We're about to go fishing, everyone. This is going to be so much fun. This is what the channel members are allegedly doing in the Tekkit series. I shouldn't say that. By the time this series launches for, like, general audiences, Tekkit's gonna be, like, over. This is coming out in like, February of 2024. People aren't even gonna know what Tekkit is anymore. There we go, fishing pole. Probably should have built this a long time ago. Gone fishing. If there's a fish inside of here, that's gonna be a little bit shocking, considering it's, like, barely a block deep. And there's absolutely nowhere for fish to be. And it kind of doesn't look like there's going to be fish in there, just judging by the fact that nothing is happening. It's just kind of bobbing up and down there on the surface. It's making a lot of bubbles. We need to get it, like, right in the middle, I think. Come on now. Oh! And there it goes, everyone! It is off the world! How far has it gone? I actually cannot see it anymore. Are you kidding me? Wait, what just happened? What did we get? What did we just pull up? Fishy business, what? What does that mean? What is new in my inventory that I just fished up out of nowhere? I'm actually deeply confused by what just happened. Oh, right there, a fish. Huh? Are you kidding me? We got raw cod out of that? Oh, I mean, okay, I'll take it. I'll run with it. I'm not mad. Also, we should probably go to sleep if we don't want to get attacked by monsters. So, hold on. We want to combine the two of these together. And then we want to put them inside of a jar. Or, like, I don't know the actual order of that. What was that thing called? Let's actually get that pulled up. So we want to make a fishy... or with an eye. Oh, good lord. That's what we're making. That nightmare. That's what we're making. Oh, no. I hate it. It looks awful. That's what we're doing, though. That's what we're doing. So we need to get a glass jar, and then we need to add the two of those. So tempered glass jar. That's one of these bad boys. And then inside of there, we want to get rid of that. Do we actually need to... How does this work? I forget how this works. There's like a way to configure what you want out of these, and I cannot remember what it is. What are you? Tempered glass jar. Can you, like... Hello? Can we... How does this work? Oh, I need to search for fish. There we go. And then I select it. And then I hit go. And then it's happening. It's all coming back to me now. Then we need, like, an empty glass jar to put the bee in, which we have one of those. A bee jar, specifically. What's happening in here? Do we have honey inside of there yet? It looks like we do. Alright, in that case, we need to have shears. And we might already have some. We could have made some in the past, and they could be right here inside of this chest, right in front of me. I could be looking directly at them right now, and I wouldn't know. They're right there. We do have some ceramic shears. How are you doing? I think when this is done, it'll just drop it into here. So we don't really need to stand around and watch it. That's okay. Let's hop in here and not let the bee out. You know what? We should probably go ahead and do that. There we go. That's why we have all these different safeties. So just in case. And so I right-click there, and the bee is now very upset, so I think I must have done something wrong. Yeah, the bee's mad at me. bee is very upset with my behavior. I don't know if he's ever going to calm down, or if he's going to be lastingly mad about it. Clearly, I messed up. I should not have just gone up there and so boldly grabbed the honeycomb. I would apologize if it were possible. Maybe we should just leave. Maybe we shouldn't stand here and antagonize him, or betagonize him even. But we did manage to, for the first time in this series, get honeycomb. Season 2 is really popping off. So, what are my uses? With honeycomb, I can make a tier 2 hive upgrade, which I don't know why I'd want to do that. I don't know what's better about it. I can make the 50 Shades of Bees. Is that... Do we... Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on a minute. I don't know about that one. The Honey Dipper. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Some sand honeycomb block and a wooden honey tank. And then I don't know what you would do with a honeycomb block. Like, what are the uses for that? Tier 3 apiary. Alright. A Tier 3 hive upgrade. What is the difference between an apiary and a hive? I'm gonna have to do some more research, I think. We can put it into a centrifuge to get sand and beeswax out of it. Okay, there's an idea. There's an idea. Can we put just like one of these into a centrifuge? You can. You can also turn it into a nutritional paste, which is so lovely sounding. That's just absolutely delicious. I would love that. Let's go ahead and... Okay, he's gone. Come back. Come back, you... No, no! No! Are you kidding me? Okay, no, wait. We're not giving up. Hold on. We're not giving up. We don't know where he went. He could still be down here. He might not have necessarily flown directly off of the world. There's a possibility that he's floating around down here somewhere, and all we gotta do is get to him, okay? Now, what we're doing right now is a little bit of a risky maneuver, because I'm not actually sure how far from the bottom we are. Have we stopped moving? No, we're still going down very slowly. So I assume as long as we don't fall out of the infinite void. That bee's not around here anymore, is it? That bee's just gone. No matter how far down I go, we're never going to see that bee again. Maybe we should move the DNA thing inside of the building with the walls and the door so that the bees don't simply buzz off. Hold on, what was that? Did everyone else see that? Was that just some bubbles? Was that just my imagination? I cannot believe that the bee just threw itself off the edge of the world. I can't believe that is what happened. All of that time, all of that effort, all of that pain, suffering, and anguish we went through, and that was the outcome. The bee just yeeted itself off the side of the world. Unreal. Come here. We're taking this and we're moving it. Here we go. And we're going to have to go fishing again to get another... What? What? Why? Why is that what happened? Also, the last time we caught one, it's because it accidentally went, like, through the bottom of the world. And I'm still not entirely sure what happened there. But we did manage to catch something as a result. Hello? How did we end up catching a fish last time? Did we just get, like, super lucky? Did we do this? I'm pretty sure that thing went, like, way down there. And then we lost track of it. And then we zoomed it back in. And it happened to have a fish on it. That's how I remember the events taking place. I will leave it there. I will stay here. I will stand right here forever. We don't have to make, by the way, a fish bee. We don't have to. We can make a different kind of bee. I just wanted a second bee. It doesn't have to be this. This just seemed funny. We can make a second sand bee. We can have up to 5 sand bees if we wanted to. Oh, there we go. Pufferfish. You know what? I'm sure that'll work. Apparently we can. Yes, good. We're going to try this one more time, and this time we will have a success, okay? I'm going to put this thing inside. Confused about the way I oriented this building. The way that I built it the way that I did. Why is this like this? Why not have that go like down the middle, and then I would have this space here to either side? I feel like that's what I should have done. I feel like was there actually a reason why I designed it the way that I did? That I just don't remember? I want to move that wall now. That's what I know I want to do. Is this bee still mad at me? Did the bee die after stinging me? I didn't think about that. He could be dead now because he stung me. That means I need another sand bee. Oh, it never ends, does it? It simply never ends. Do we have any more of the... We do have more clay balls. We have just enough clay balls to do another DNA. And then what? Combine that with sand, I guess? Let's see. Sand... bee. What do you need? You need sand? Well, you know what? I hadn't considered the fact that I might need to have sand in my inventory to make this happen. I do have sand in my inventory. I have so much sand, and I have a DNA. Is this not hot enough? Is that the problem? Does that need, like, super ghost fire? Sand bee? That's what that is. Okay, there we go. So that'll start cooking up, and then we'll take our fish boy in here. And this way, once we make him, he won't be able to get away, even if it takes me a second to figure out what I did with my bee jar. There we go. Come here, you. Now, I don't know about this fella. I don't know if we need to put him in a hive next to some water or something. Or maybe we need to just lay a fish out on the ground and he'll go pollinate the dead fish carcass. In concept, I really hate that idea, and I hope that's not the case. Also, did we ever determine what the proper thing to use to break these was? Probably that. What are you? You're a Matic? I don't know what you do, but I like you. Me and you are going to be friends, Matic. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and install this over here on this side. And then what we're going to have to do... First off, how did a skeleton spawn in here? Is this place not well enough lit? It isn't. That's good to know. I mean, I think we've even talked about in the past having an intentional monster spawner. Look at that. It's the same in here. It's the same in here. Any bad thing could have happened. We'll plop one down right there. Perfect. There we go. Close that up. And then... I don't know about this. I don't know why I designed it this way. Is that like a perfect square? Is that why I did it like that? I don't feel like it needs to be. We're going to do this other side a little bit differently. We're going to go ahead and build another sort of chamber to house even more bees. There we go. We probably have everything we need right here in our inventory. I mean, that's not enough oak fences, but there we go. We also have tons of sticks. Yeah, we're fine. We're good to go. What is that on the ground? Thank you so much, weird little chicken. I'm sure the chicken had a name in the original series. In the original run of this series. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure it had a name. Now, did the bee couldn't have gotten out up there, right? Where that cap is? Can it fit between, like, a half gap? No, because even if it could have, the door was closed, so where would it have gone? I think it just stung me and died is what happened. I'm assuming that the bee did not like what happened when it stuck its tiny little stinger into my supple flesh and discovered that, you know, I was quite difficult to damage, and it probably lost its stinger as a result. I've seen Bee Movie. I know what's up. I know what's happening. I've seen Jerry Seinfeld's seminal Bee Movie. I know the whole story with bees. I know what they're all about now. So this is going to be quite the tight walk in here with bees to either side, which is maybe a little bit silly. Silby. Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb and I regret saying it, but we can't go back now. It's the #1 lesson that I need you all to take away from this. That is also not the recipe for a fence. I think that this is something that I do wrong every single time I do it. But there we go, 48 fences. So if it's going to go to right there, that's where the original was. We're going to cut it back one, and we're going to leave a gap in between the two. But that's wasteful, because that means that the next one also needs to have its own separate wall. So that's dumb too. No, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and mirror, is what we're gonna go ahead and do. I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and mirror one side the same as the other, and as above, so below. We'll run the fence down the middle. And you know what? I'm sure I had my reasons. I don't remember what they were, but it was long enough ago now that I'm sure June Reese knew what he was doing better than late October Reese. And he probably had a plan, and I'm sure if I stick with it, eventually I'll remember whatever June Reese had planned. I do feel like a different Reese now, though. So there we go. We'll get rid of the oak fences. We'll plop down some more torches. We just need to have, like, a good supply of torches placed around, I think. If we want to avoid horrible monstrosities coming back and trying to kill me. which is what has happened already. It's since the start of this very video. What have we got? We've got our sand bee back. And we are going to probably want a jar for him. The number of jars we have is quite limiting. We don't have that many. We're going to have to let go of one bee. Hold on just a second. You go do whatever you're doing. And then we'll plop this back down. He shouldn't be able to go anywhere. He should be fine inside of here. We'll sit that there for now. We'll get the sand bee. Get the sand bee. We'll get rid of the sand bee. Stop! Get rid of the sand bee. Get the fish bee back. He's trying to make an escape. Come back here, you. What was I in the middle of? Right, these. That's what I was going to go ahead and do. I was going to put these down first, because I'm not sure how to place them on top of a fence, like after the fence has already been placed. And absolutely lovely. Again, the bees might be able to get out up there, but I don't know. I mean, again, June Reese must have known one way or the other whether or not that was the case. I'm putting a lot of faith and confidence in June Reese to know what's up with this design. He clearly had some sort of intention, and we're just going to have to trust him on it. If you guys, by the way, watching live, channel members, if you don't trust June Reese, and you have a good reason why you don't, please let me know what past me's faults were. What did I get wrong? And I will go ahead and correct them in the design right now. Because if it's incorrect and it's not going to work, I'd find that out like right now than I would find that out in, you know, the next installment of this series, when all of the bees are able to escape because of some really simple thing I did incorrectly, and they come to get me in my sleep. They consume my flesh, and then they fill my body up with bees, and I become like a half-man, half-bee hybrid, where my own, like, self-conscious has been completely squished underneath the will of the bees who now reside inside of me and are using my body like some sort of, like, flesh sack so they can walk around and talk and look like real people, but they're not. They're bee people. I don't want that for myself, and I would rather avoid that sort of an outcome if possible. I think we probably need to give that thing some water. So if you know how to avoid me getting my body filled with bees who then parade themselves around pretending to be me, please comment down below and let me know. So I'm assuming a fish bee is probably going to want some water. This is just a guess on our part. We don't know that for sure. We're going to slip inside of here, and we are going to attempt to plop down some water in such a way that it won't run all over the place. So there we go. Nope. Stop that. There we go. Water. And yep, he immediately seemed to be drawn adjacent to the water? Possibly? Good. Plop this up here, maybe. Put one in the corner, too. Maybe he doesn't like the water. You know what? I can look it up. I can look it up. Place a mob filter. Let's see. Ooh. So what do these do? Mob filter allows anthropods to walk through it. So we want a mob filter player. Allows players to walk through it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we're definitely going to build one of those. This is being recommended by Gilliam. I like the idea of it. And the recipe's not all that complicated, except we're not quite at the point where we have gold yet. So that's going to be a later date thing. Put a campfire below the bees. And they'll only come out of one side. I guess this side, with the little slot in it, if we put them in the wall. Okay, well, we might, when we have more bees, do a redesign to, like, save space. I don't think the fish bee likes water. Hold on. What are these bees from? Fishy bee... block? Oh, you know what? We could probably look at the Fishy bee honeycomb block to get an idea of what it likes. Fishy bee in an apiary produces fishy honeycomb block. Oh! The heck was that noise? I guess the bee just went into the beehive. Why did it sound like that, though? Check the flower type. Oh, okay. Do I, like, click on the bee? We got base health, attack damage, has honeycomb, max mutant counts, breedable traits, spawns in world. Okay. How exactly do we check? Click or right click for more info. Oh. Apiary, bee flowers. Is that the type of flower the bee likes? Is that what we're to understand? Hold on, we can check that with the sand bee. Because we already know the sand bee likes sand. So if we go to the sand bee, and we right-click on it, and we go to bee flowers. Yes! That's exactly what that means! Okay, it likes sand, so the fishy one liked... It looked like regular, like... Okay, so what I did was I typed in fishy, I right-clicked, I went over to bee flowers, and then it has the list down here, and it looks like we've got pretty much any type. If we hold down shift, we can then like manually scroll through them. And it kind of looks like it's into not any type. Well, maybe any type, actually. I saw a dandelion in there. Okay, we were off track with this. We're definitely off track with this. You might be wondering, geez, October Reese, why didn't you just try flowers? And that's because with every previous bee that we had, don't go out there. With every previous bee we had in June Reese tried flowers and it didn't work, okay? But now obviously it's going to work this time around. So we're just going to go in there and we'll just see what we get when we do this. This seems like the most obvious thing now, but obviously not at the time. Alright. There you go. There's a couple of flowers over there. Something tells me tall grass is not the answer to this, so we probably want to break the tall grass and then just leave the flowers. Dandelions was a definite yes for this bee. There you go. What's up, buddy? Just go over there. Go over there to the flowers. Look at them go! And we got flax seeds, apparently? That wasn't even on purpose. There we go. Okay, so that's probably enough flowers in here, I think. I think it really only needs the one. But now he has plenty, and we've got some extra seeds. Just doing a little lawn care over here. We've also got some peanut seeds, which could be a good time. I don't know. Look at him. He's doing a little pollination dance. Fun stuff. Okay. Get all of this cleared out. And now, I need to figure out... So, I was told here... Don't forget to place a campfire below the beehive to quiet the bees when you get the honey. Okay, well we can do that. We've made a few campfires in our time. I just have to look up the recipe again because it's not first nature to me. I don't play new Minecraft. So it's a little bit late because I've already placed both of those beehives, but I think if I capture the bees and then I break the hives, it should be okay. It should be okay. Ba-dum-dum. Right. Is that our only option, though, is to use a beehive? What are you? Are you just any type of log? Log. You know what? We can probably just pull in the recipe. There we go. Campfire. And then we do actually need 2 of them. So... there we go. 2 campfires. And then this one's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the bee to come back out, if possible. Because I don't want to break this, because the bee might get mad. And actually, I don't know if it matters if the bee gets mad if I catch it. There we go. If I catch it before it manages to sting me, I think it'll probably be okay. There we go. Boy, that stuff goes flying everywhere, doesn't it? So now we can go ahead and break that. Throw a campfire under it. And then we probably want to have it... I'm guessing, I can be corrected in the comments, though, of the folks watching. Does it go directly above it, or should there be a gap? This looks like it only takes up 1 block, so I'm assuming this would go, like, directly on top, like that, right? Wait, which way is the face? Is it different now because of how I set it up there? Probably, because I held down shift when I did it. Yeah, there we go. So probably we want to do that, I guess. And then now, hopefully, when I take the bee and put it back out, he won't be mad at me. Yeah, he seems okay. He seems pretty chill about the whole experience, which is good. How are you doing there, buckaroo? Come here, you. I need you to be calm for me here. Also get a bee smoker. Is a bee smoker an alternative to... I mean, first off, a bee smoker is someone who doesn't understand lung cancer. Am I right? Hey-oh! That wasn't as good as it sounded in my head. Alright. Gonna let you go back out. There we are. Lovely. Love bee. And I think that does it for this first episode of Season 2. We've managed to actually get bees into their hives, we've managed to actually go ahead and get sand honeycomb, and maybe in the next installment, we'll figure out how to make a smoker, a bee smoker, which doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. We just have to have iron ingots, or cast iron, which we can actually get access to. Until then, thank you folks for watching, God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!